Hey guys, Derek here from Modern Castle. Having clean air in your home is important, but some air purifiers can be unreasonably loud. Today, we're looking at the 72 air purifiers we've reviewed to date and selecting the 9 best quiet air purifiers from the bunch. This video is sponsored by NapLab. NapLab is our sister channel where we put mattresses to the test. We test mattresses through our battery of 9 different tests to create the most objective, transparent, and helpful reviews possible. If you're in the market for a new mattress and need help, visit us over at naplab.com or on our channel at YouTube. First, we're starting with a high-level look at how we tested the air purifiers and important factors we considered when deciding which air purifiers would make the list. If you want to skip to our recommendations, follow the time code on screen now. The most important factor we considered was purification performance on the max power setting. A quiet air purifier is great, however, it's not enough to just be quiet. We need high performance and quiet operation. To test purification, we place the air purifier in a medium-sized room, take a baseline measurement of current air quality, and then let it run for an hour. Once the hour has passed, we use our laser-based professional air quality detector to measure the air and get readings of the PM2.5, PM10, air particulates, and the air quality index. We compare the baseline measurement with the post-test measurement, which allows us to objectively measure purification performance. The most important thing to know about performance is the smaller the numbers, the better. We want the PM2.5, PM10, total particulates, and AQI to be as close to 0 as we can get. The closer the number gets to 0, the cleaner the surrounding air. However, air purifiers won't always be running on the max setting, so we selected the top performing air purifiers from our previous test and reran the purification test on the lowest and quietest power settings. With the results of this test, we were able to determine which air purifiers are able to offer excellent performance on the lowest power. With purification performance at the forefront, we also considered other factors including how loud the devices are on low and max settings, coverage area, filter type, and other features that improve usability and convenience. The Medify MA-50 was the most quiet, high-performance air purifier we tested. It had excellent performance during our max power test. The MA-50 reduced PM2.5 to 0.1, PM10 to 0.2, and removed 91.5% of airborne particulates. During our low power test, the MA-50 still had good performance. It brought the PM2.5 down to 2.1 while reducing airborne particulates from 749 to 334, an improvement of 55.4%. When we measured the noise level of the MA-50, we found the range to be between 16 and 53 decibels. This air purifier, while on the lowest setting, is the quietest on our list today. Here's what it sounds like in each mode. The Medify MA-50 has a coverage area of 1,100 square feet with a CATR rating of 295 CFMs. It utilizes an H13 HEPA filter with activated carbon to remove VOCs. Additionally, it has an optional UV light filter for additional filtration. The MA-50 lacks an auto mode or app connectivity, but it does have preset timers and an option to dim the lights on the device. If you like the performance and features of the MA-50 but need greater airflow for whole home coverage, the MA-125 is an equally high-performance quiet purifier. While it's more expensive, it's also almost 4 times the coverage area. The Medify MA-125 had fantastic performance during our purification testing. It removed 99.4% of particulates in the air and lowered the PM2.5 and PM10 to 0.1. On our low power test, the MA-125 showed great purification performance as well. After the 1-hour test, we measured the PM2.5 at 0.5 and PM10 at 0.7. This great performance is due to the 4,100 square foot coverage area of the MA-125. In a smaller room, this allows for more air to cycle through the device in a shorter amount of time. Our noise test showed the Medify MA-125 to have a decibel range of 16 to 49. On the lowest setting, it creates 16.1 decibels of noise, which is only slightly louder than the MA-50. Here's what it sounds like in each mode. The Medify MA-125 has a catter of 547 CFMs, which moves air through an H14 HEPA filter, an activated carbon filter, and optional UV light filter. In terms of usability, the device has wheels to easily move the device, an auto mode, and custom timers. The Levoit Core 400S is a solid performer that can also run very quietly. In our max power testing, the 400S brought airborne particulates from 839 to 44. In addition, we found the PM2.5 to be 0.1 and PM10 to be 0.3 after the 1-hour test. On low power, the Core 400S performed well, bringing PM2.5 to 1.0 and PM10 to 1.6. Furthermore, it was able to reduce the particulates by 93.2%. When testing the noise level of the Levoit 400S, we found the range to be between 16 and 46 decibels. Here's what it sounds like in the different modes. The Levoit Core 400S can cover 403 square feet with a catter of 260 CFMs. It has 360-degree intake that runs air through an H13 HEPA filter and activated carbon filter to remove odors. Additionally, it comes with smart features including custom schedules, auto mode, and the sleep mode. The Tru-Sens Z-3500 performed well during our testing series, showcasing solid performance in our max power test. It removed 92.6% of airborne particulates while also reducing the PM2.5 and PM10 to 0.1. In our 1-hour test on the lowest airflow setting, it was able to reduce PM2.5 to 1.4 and PM10 to 2.4. Additionally, the Z-3500 brought particulates down from 459 to 246. During our noise test, we found the Z-3500 created 17.6 decibels of noise on the lowest settings. The Tru-Sens noise ranges from 17 to 53 decibels depending on the mode. This is what it sounds like in each mode. The Tru-Sens Z-3500 sucks in air from 360 degrees and utilizes a 4-part filtration system. These filters include a DuPont HEPA filter, activated carbon, and optional UV light. It covers areas up to 1,425 square feet on the highest setting. The Tru-Sens has smart features that allow for app connectivity, auto mode, custom schedules, and the sleep mode. The Hathaspace HSP001 is one of our smaller sized air purifiers on this list, but it still packs excellent performance. In our max power testing, we found the Hathaspace brought the PM2.5 down to 0.1 and the PM10 down to 0.2. In addition, the airborne particulates were reduced from 339 to 44. On the lowest setting, the Hathaspace still performed well. Airborne particulates were decreased by 94.4%, while PM2.5 was lowered to a 0.7. While the HSP001 isn't the quietest on the lowest setting, it is the quietest while running on its max setting. We found the noise range to be between 17 and 34 decibels. Here's what it sounds like in each mode. The Hathaspace HSP001 covers up to 700 square feet with a catter of 160 CFMs. It utilizes a HEPA filter in combination with an activated carbon filter, optional ionic filter, and uniquely an antibacterial filter. While the Hathaspace has no app connectivity, it does come with a remote as well as an auto mode, preset timers, and a sleep mode. The Air MinusA2 had great performance in our max power testing. PM2.5 and PM10 were reduced to 0.1, while 98.5% of the airborne particulates were removed. During our low power test, the A2 showed solid results, with PM2.5 being lowered from 12.4 to 2.1 and PM10 lowered to 3.7. Our noise test showed the MinusA2 to have a noise range between 17 and 46 decibels. Here's what it sounds like in each mode. The Rabbit Air MinusA2 uses a 6-stage purification system with a BioGS HEPA filter being the main filter. One of the unique filters included in the A2 is a customized filter that can be tailored to a specific purpose. The different options available include germ defense, toxin absorber, pet allergy, and odor remover. The Rabbit Air covers up to 815 square feet with a catter of 218 CFMs. It has great usability features that include app connectivity, remote control, auto mode, and even different covers to add a little style to the device. The Oransi Mod Junior had great performance in our max and low power testing. On max power, it was able to reduce PM2.5 and PM10 to 0.2 and reduce total airborne particulates from 1,414 to 74. After the low power test, our measurements showed the PM2.5 to be 0.8 and PM10 to be 1.5. In addition, 91.8% of airborne particulates were removed from the surrounding air. During our noise test, we measured a decibel range of 19 to 50 from the Mod Junior. This is what it sounds like in each mode. The Oransi Mod Junior can pull in air from 360 degrees running it through its 3-part filtration system. This system includes an activated carbon filter for odors and other VOCs, as well as a HEPA filter to capture particulates as small as 0.3 microns. It can cover spaces up to 1,250 square feet with a catter rating of 251 CFMs. The Mod Junior doesn't have an auto mode or sleep mode, but what it lacks in features, it makes up for in simplicity and raw performance. The Winix 5500-2 is a smaller air purifier that still packs great performance. During our max power test, it brought airborne particulates down from 1,074 to 19 and reduced PM2.5 to 0.1. In our low power test, the Winix lowered the PM2.5 down to 1.0 and PM10 down to 1.8. Additionally, it also removed 64.8% of particulates while on low power. The 5500-2 had a decibel range of 21 to 49 during our noise tests. Here's what it sounds like while running in each mode. In terms of coverage, the Winix 5500-2 can cover up to 360 square feet with a catter rating of 243 CFMs. It uses 4 different filters, including an activated carbon filter, HEPA filter, and optional negative ion generator. For usability features, the Winix comes with a remote but lacks app connectivity. In addition, it has an auto mode, preset timers, and a sleep mode. The Blueair Pure 211 Plus had the best performance across the board, while also being the loudest air purifier on our list today. In both the max power test and low power test, the Pure 211 Plus was able to reduce PM2.5 to 0.1 and PM10 to 0.2. This is the only air purifier on our list that had the exact same PM2.5 results on the low power mode as it did on the high power mode. However, this performance level comes with more noise. The Blueair creates 23.4 decibels of noise on the lowest setting, which is still very quiet. In our noise test, we found the decibel range to be between 24 and 45 decibels. Here's what it sounds like in each mode. The Blueair Pure 211 Plus uses a proprietary particulate filter in combination with an activated carbon filter to purify the surrounding air. In addition, it also uses a fabric pre-filter that can be changed out with different color options to customize the device. It can cover up to 540 square feet with a catter rating of 355 CFMs. It forgoes usability features for a simple design and improved performance. Another key factor we take into consideration is the replacement filter cost and how easy it is to find them. In general, HEPA filters should be replaced annually. However, your specific usage and environment could push that time frame as low as 6 months or as high as 18 months. For all of the air purifiers we have recommended today, filters are easily purchasable. In some cases, there are third-party filters to choose from as well. Third-party filters are typically 30 to 50% less expensive than the branded filter. Notable models that have a wide range of third-party filters include Medify MA-50, Levoit Core 400S, Hathaspace HSP001, Air MinusA2, Oransi Mod Jr., and the Winix 5500-2. One final note, be sure to consider the coverage area with respect to the filter replacement cost. Air purifiers with larger coverage areas tend to have more expensive filters. However, the cost per square feet of purified space is going to be less. Some viewers may be wondering why we didn't mention a particular brand or model. In some cases, we simply haven't tested that model, and in other cases, we did test it, and the combination of objective data and subjective assessment resulted in a purifier that we just couldn't recommend. On screen now, we're bringing up a complete comparison table with all of the air purifiers we've discussed today. You can pause the video now if you need time to read through the performance metrics. If you'd like to see our complete reviews or comprehensive testing data on any of the air purifiers we've featured today, please visit us over at moderncastle.com. We have deep dive reviews on all of these purifiers, as well as other comparisons, best of guides, and more. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying any of the air purifiers we discussed today, we've got links in the description. For more from Modern Castle, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at moderncastle.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.